How's it going, guys? On this episode, we're going to be sitting down with Jim Schmidt from Homebridge Financial, and today we're going to be talking about closing costs and the importance of knowing exactly what your closing costs are going to be attached to your loan. So we're going to get right into the topic and have Jim get right into it.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it. You know, it's very interesting that most of the people that I deal with, particularly first-time home buyers, they're always asking me, what's the down payment? How much do I have to save? How much do I need to buy a house? But they don't ask about closing costs. And believe it or not, closing costs adds a lot to the transaction. And without knowing that, you could be in trouble getting into a home.
Yeah, I think that's perfect example is me and Jim are working on a transaction right now. You figure a $400,000 purchase, you know, your down payment's going to be about $14,000 on a 3.5%. And then you instantly, think, okay, that's no problem. But then, you talk about closing costs and then, what do you think for closing costs roughly amount on?
Yeah, depending on the situation, it's usually between 2 and 4% of the loan amount you're going to have on the home. But here's the thing, there's really a couple of categories of closing costs that make up the total amount of money needed to close on a transaction. The first one are required closing costs. That includes your appraisal fee, your attorney fee, recording of the documents in the town, title insurance, and any origination fee that a lender might have. So you've got those required costs.
Yeah.
Then you have escrow and prepaid. This is where it gets a little difficult for most first-time home buyers. Escrow is money you put into an account to get ready to pay for future expenses and increases in taxes and insurance. So it's your money, you actually get paid interest on it, but it's money you have to have at closing to put into escrow. And then you have prepaids as well. Prepaid, a great example of prepaid is every home buyer needs to buy 1 year of homeowners insurance up front, and they have to prepay for that before they close on the home. And then the last category is optional items. There are some optional items that you can purchase at a closing, such as homeowners title insurance. That may be a little difficult to get into in this particular session, but your attorney can explain that to you. But it's an optional item that most people buy. So when you're looking at buying a house, it's not just down payment, but it's also total cash needed to close on the transaction. And it's very important to know that that's going to cost you some money to get this done.
It's definitely, it's an extremely important topic, I think, because when you're working with a realtor, you're going to want to, you're going to want to have a good relationship with the realtor, the lender, so that you can kind of plan ahead for this stuff. I mean, the down payment, 3.5%, that's, a given. But being able to work the deal so that you can either have, closing costs covered by the seller or, lump the closing costs into the purchase price. There's a lot of different tricks, just as long as you know what you're getting yourself into. Knowledge is key with this, so you want to be able to plan ahead and work out the numbers so that everything is affordable. You're not getting in over your head. So I really appreciate Jim coming in, talk about this, because I think it's really important. So if you have any questions for myself or Jim, please feel free to reach out. And like always, if you guys have anything that you want us to talk about, please leave a comment below and we'll try and add it to the next segment. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks, Jim.
All right.